The basic idea is that important events in our lives are selectively better remembered. And I have spent my entire career investigating the neurobiological basis of that phenomenon. What is it that goes on in the body and in the brain when we make strong memory of emotionally arousing experiences? And so I've investigated the involvement of stress hormones, the influence of stress hormones activation of the very specific brain regions, and the interaction of those brain regions with other brain regions in making lasting memory. Just in terms of ordinary learning, the findings that we have found in my laboratory with both animals and humans tell us that we remember important events better than we do less important events. One message from this is that when we can turn events into more important ones, we're likely to remember them better. So students should look at that when they're studying for exams. How to look at material that you're working on to turn that material into something that is more interesting and more exciting. And if that's done, it's going to be better remembered. We have found with both laboratory animals and with humans that if we give the subjects a drug that prevents the action of adrenaline in the body and in the brain, that we can prevent the formation of strong memories. So this idea has been taken into psychiatry with the idea of possibly giving drugs to people who've been traumatized and giving the drugs soon after the trauma in order to prevent the fixation or the consolidation or the strengthening of the memory over time. And so there's research that has been done and research that is currently being done to use the ideas that were developed in the laboratory with the idea of possibly developing treatments to prevent the development of post-traumatic stress disorder. The idea would be that if there's any kind of a traumatic experience, an accident, a robbery, or an injury on a battlefield, that it might be possible to prevent the development of post-traumatic stress disorder by treating the individual at that time. This is not an idea for the treatment of well-established post-traumatic stress disorder, but rather for the prevention of it. Of course, it's extremely rewarding to be recognized for the development of an idea and also for obtaining evidence that supports the idea. It has an influence on me personally. It certainly is good for my family. My children look at me and say, "Oh, Dad has got this award." But it's also, I think, good for the public generally to know that research, basic research of this kind is given recognition, and particularly for research that might have an impact on some problem or some issues in society, and I find that very rewarding.